Hi everyone, welcome to Molly's Storytime. Today's story is Gizmo and it's by Michaela Morgan and Glen McBeth. There's 3 stories in this book: Mos Mouse, Mos Machine, Mos Match. The first one is Mos Mouse. My name is Mo Gizzy, but everyone calls me Gizmo. I'll tell you why. First you have to meet my family. Dad, the professor, brilliant. Mum, brainy. Granny, genius. Sister, scientific. Me. Baby brother, boffin. Dog, smelly. The Gizzy family are famous for making all sorts of inventions and gadgets and gizmos, and I'm determined to follow in their famous footsteps. I've got a fantastic collection of all sorts of spare parts. Look! I've got buttons and belts and cogs and cranks and sockets and sprockets, gadgets and widgets, wheels and springs and all sorts of things. And I've got books and diagrams and plans. Plus, I've learned a lot from my family. Watch and learn, son, my dad says. And I do. I know I can be a great inventor too. I decided to start small. And what is smaller than a mouse? My gran is always saying things are as small as a mouse or as quiet as a mouse. I thought to myself, small and quiet. What can go wrong? I decided to start with an old, broken, thrown away computer mouse and make it into a Robo Mouse. I rescued it from the bin and I gave it a makeover. Changing its looks was easy. I added ears, whiskers, 2 bright eyes, a tail and a cheeky smile. I called it Click the Mouse. Cute. Of course, there's more to a Robo Mouse than just its looks. It still had most of its wires and workings inside. So with the help of a few plans and diagrams, books and a lot of thinking, a bit of help and some of my useful spare parts, I invented a mouse that could run forwards, zoom backwards and spin round and round. It could scuttle, squeak and leap better than a real mouse. It had 3 speeds: fast, super fast and really super fast. See how it runs! However, I did get carried away. I decided it needed a remote control. I didn't have a spare one, so I adapted the TV remote control. We were all so busy inventing things at our house that we don't watch much TV, so it wasn't a problem at all. Until the day the babysitter came. I don't really like having a babysitter. Well, I'm not a baby, am I? This babysitter is no fun at all. She never lets me do anything I want to do. No matter what I suggest, she always says, no, too noisy, too messy. She really is no fun at all. All she ever wants to do is get the baby to bed, tell me to be quiet, tidy up, and then slump in front of the telly shouting, "Don't make a mess! Don't make a noise!" It was quiet. Mum and Dad were out. The baby was asleep. I was in my room making no noise, making no mess. I was reading a book. I was quiet as a mouse. The babysitter started zapping through the channels. She zapped backwards and forwards, pressing every button on the remote, trying to find something interesting to watch. At first, all she heard was a teeny tiny squeak. Squeak! Then something scuttled along the floor. The babysitter shrieked. This woke the baby, who started howling. Then Click the Mouse zoomed round and round. It stopped right in front of the babysitter, went into a spin and jumped. The babysitter leapt into the table and the table collapsed. Food flew everywhere. There was spaghetti and tomato sauce, roly-poly and custard and more, much more. The babysitter fell to the floor and tried to run. She slid in some custard, slammed into the bookcase, which fell onto the toys. which crashed into the plant pots, which smashed and splattered the room with soil and petals. In a way, it was glorious. It was certainly colourful and noisy. In my room, I was quietly enjoying my book. I heard a crash. Noisy, I thought. I put down my book and went downstairs to see what was going on. Messy, I thought. I helped the babysitter up. I helped get the spaghetti out of her hair, and I caught the mouse. I did everything I could to help, but when Mum and Dad came home, they decided it was my fault, and they said, well, I'd like to tell you exactly what they said, but I don't think it was very polite. The end result is that we need a new babysitter. And I've been given the job of clearing this mess up. Thank you for listening, and remember to subscribe for more great stories.